Good morning, Facebook. I'm Angie with John L. Scott Real Estate, and this is
Harold Jones, John L. Scott, Real Estate, Leavenworth.
uh, and it's Freestyle Friday
Freestyle,
again.
Freestyle Friday again,
Who
and
knew?
Angie wanted to get this done early, so we're breaking out first thing in the morning. So we are not only freestyle, we're winging it a little bit, and we'll see how all of that works out. A little clarification, a little finish up. Last week we talked a little bit about feasibilities.
Oh, yeah.
And within a couple hours, I got a call and, okay, explain feasibilities a little bit more detail to that person. So I did, but I'm not going to go into the whole thing. I just wanted to read the first line in a feasibility contingency. I don't want to bore you with too much of this, but it basically says buyer shall verify within how many ever days you are going to require the suitability of the property for the buyer's intended purpose, including but not limited to whether the property can be platted, developed, or built on, and what it will cost to do so. So that's your blunt, one sentence covers your feasibility. There's a lot more details to it. It depends on the property, what is there, what isn't there. But it's basically, it gives the buyer time to find out if he can do with the property what he's intending. Okay?
So, question. If I'm the buyer, not knowing anything, where's my first steps? Like, what do we do? Do I go to my agent? Who's going to guide me in what I need to do to find out if it's
Okay,
feasible?
so it's really going to depend on what you want to do with the property.
Let's say build a home.
You're going to build a home, you're going to have, we're going to assume you have an architect, you have blueprints, you need to get a hold of county, you need to find out what permits are required, find out if there's any setbacks on the property, any special things that is required with the property, say if it's close to wetlands, a creek, what your setback is from that situation, what your setback is from the boundary lines. Then again, we are also talking about utilities, where they're at, where they're located. This is the big part, how much it's going to cost to get those utilities to where you're going to build. Then again, we're on to septic system. If it is not hooked to a sewer system, you have to get somebody in to give you an idea, get a perk test, get an idea
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is.
I think that's probably like, I'll just already get a house on a lot already built. I mean, because it's like we talked about last week about dream homes and building.
Right.
And it seems, like, oh, I want to do that, but then all the little stuff that goes into it's kind of overwhelming.
Well, that's the thing where if you have a contractor and they're building a house and you buy it, that's all taken care of. But what you're really doing if you're taking this on yourself with none of this backup, and you should have an architect, you should have an idea of the home, you should probably have an idea of a builder. Okay? So you can say, all right, this is the property that I want to purchase. What do you guys think? Because they have the expertise. I don't, the buyer generally doesn't. That's when you get your people in there, your architect, your builder, get the septic man out so he can tell you where your setbacks, where it's got to lie, how many bedrooms. That tells you how big your drain field has to be, and then you add all your costs up, and see if you actually want to move forward with it. You have a certain amount of days to get all of this done. It's not set. You get to ask for the days, and make sure you ask for enough days to cover all of the bases. I'm really big on, none of us like surprises. Not unless they're really, really good ones.
Yeah.
Then that's okay. You know, if you surprised me with a banana split, I think I could bear that.
Right.
But anything with any kind of negatives, or it's going to be more, or we're going to have to push things out further, it just kind of dampens the spirit of all of it. And so that's my follow-up on the feasibility. I also wanted to get into a little bit of strategy. Then again, I don't want to run short on time. So Angie always rubs me, punches me, prods me about not doing numbers because I'm so boring at doing them. So I highlighted the numbers that I would normally just read off to you. But instead, we're going to see how Hot Rod Angie delivers dry numbers.
So these are the surprises that, hi, it's a surprise. Okay, let me see here. So let's start with Cashmere. Woo, bulldogs. All right, so average days on the market is 49, which is a positive, is that 390%? Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got my
I
ears
double
on,
checked
but...
all the numbers. They're correct.
Okay. Let's see, what's the other one? Chelan. That direction. Chelan. Okay. Days on the market. 35. Okay. So
Up or down?
we are up 105%.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So it's just about doubled.
Yeah, not too far from Cashmere. Manson, Chelan's little neighbor. We got days on the market of 14. So it seems like they go a little faster in Manson, just a little bit.
I thought that was...
But they're down 60%, but...
That means they're moving quicker.
Yeah.
And they're right next door to each other, and there's that much of a difference.
Maybe no one wants to be in the hustle and bustle of Chelan during this time of season, What is it, tourist time? Orondo. All right, days on the market.
Which doesn't usually
pop up, yeah. We got days on the market for Orondo is 6, but the average sales price, because I read the wrong thing, is $970,000. Jeez.
And this is the thing about when it comes to average sales price. If you have, say you only have 5 homes sold last month, okay, and 3 of them were very expensive, 2 of them were not, that's always going to run your average sales price up.
And for the most part, most of Orondo's on the river, is it not?
Yes.
All right.
So you have a lot of higher end properties, yes.
Oh, I haven't seen this town in a while. Peshastin?
Yeah, you like Peshastin.
Peshastin. Days on the market, 54. They're up 980%. Those are big percentages, man. Whatever happened to just 100?
Okay.
Wow, 54 days on the market. And good old Wenatchee. Or some people, from other places, they say Wenatchee, and they cannot pronounce
it gets such a hatchet job. Just whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Wenatchee's numbers. Days on the market is 43, which is up 104%.
The thing about Wenatchee that I find interesting is, and I don't think I marked anything in East Wenatchee, right?
No.
East Wenatchee has done well the past couple of years. They've just kind of been sitting there going
mellow.
steady Eddie, The numbers have stayed good. They just keep appreciating just a little bit at a time. So it's quietly, East Wenatchee's doing very well.
Well, folks, that's all for the numbers. I hope I added a
Did
little
you
bit.
do Leavenworth?
Yes, I did. Well, no, you crossed it out.
No.
Okay, we're gonna do Leavenworth.
Yeah,
There's a big red X. I thought that meant crossed out. Okay, so Leavenworth. Days on the market is 77. The plus of 755%. So it just means, if they're sitting on the days, for 77, maybe no one's in a hurry to, again, it's a tourist town, maybe.
Okay, so you did the numbers. I don't know that you've done any more flash and flare than I would have, but
I had excitement.
This is what is the thing that we see with the numbers right now?
I think it's weird. It's like they do.
But days on the market
Starting to sit there a little bit.
they're sitting there for a while.
Yep.
And it's nothing really to panic about. We're just getting back to more of a normal market.
Mm-hmm.
So what everybody is used to seeing, and the reason you see the big numbers like that is because things in the past couple of years came on the market and would come on the market and be on the market for 1 or 2 days and gone.
Yeah.
So now when you have an average of 77,
you're like, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, that's where you're getting the big changes in days on the market, rondo, average price sold, and so it's nothing really to panic about. We're really just getting back to stable.
Before the whole
right. Before we thought everything had to jump off the market within a day or two. If it was on a week, what was wrong with that property?
Right.
All right.
Okay. Well, you guys, I hope we didn't bore you too much this Friday morning. This, our morning show. We haven't really been caffeinated, so. Other than that, do you have anything else you need to add?
Not at this point.
Okay. If you guys have any real estate questions, feel free to contact Harold. I'll put his contact information right there. Other than that, have yourselves a great day and a great weekend.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.